All right, welcome to that episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, and we have our co-host, Mr. Dan Gandy. Welcome, Dan.
Glad to be here.
Awesome, man. Likewise, today we actually have a very special episode, and this individual is a you could say a technology provider, someone that we're talking to behind the scenes, so stay tuned for that. But we have Phoenix Rizing, the CEO himself. We have Jared on Real Estate vs. Technology. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Definitely. I know that we were talking last week, and for any of the viewers and listeners out there, we at Real Estate vs. Technology meet lots of individuals also for the real estate side on Liftoff, and there's always opportunities. So we're like, hey, let's just go ahead and get him on the show and dive into what he does, because someone could be listening right now that wants to do what you have to offer. I know that you do some amazing services from the social side, outsourcing side. All those links will be down below, but let's kick this off before we get into what you do. Let's find out how long you've been in business and what made you get into this industry now that you're doing.
Yeah, so I've been doing e-commerce for about 2 years now, but the automation services that I'm currently offering, they're only 5 months old. So we're still new, and it's definitely changed, and it's allowed me to grow my business and other people's businesses, which is why I really switched over to the automation side. So I'm not just limited to growing my own personal business.
Wow. I love that. And what was the key performance indicator that you're like, hey, I'm going to just start a business for myself, get into e-commerce? I mean, you said your dad, before we got on air here, is more on I guess he's an attorney on the real estate side. And What made you want to start your own business?
Honestly, I'm always like watching videos. I'm always trying to stay up to date with like the easiest ways to make money or fastest ways to make money. And, there's a lot of misleading information out there, but there is content out there. And, one of the easiest ways right now to make money is in e-commerce, because there's so many sales daily and, there's so much shift going towards e-commerce. So anybody can really get a little part of that market and find their own niche in that market for sure.
Dude, I absolutely love that. I love that you just had that go-getter mentality. You said, you know what? I see an opportunity here. Like, let's just go ahead and do it. And and anyone who's listening right now, you never know. You might want to reach out to this guy, because Phoenix Rizing is on the rise. You never know. Jared might be someone you might want to work with. So I love that. I got two more questions before I hand it off to Dan. The next question is, where are you located? I know you can service anywhere, but where's the business located?
Yeah, so the business is actually out of Florida. I'm usually in the Chicago area. Nice. In Florida right now. So I'm really all over the place. So I wouldn't say any specific area, but the business is technically out of Florida.
Hey, that's the coolest part. It's even for us on the Liftoff agent side. Oh, where you look? Oh, we're located anywhere and everywhere, and no one at the same time. Like, I love that. So the last question I have before we switch it up to the mix out round and give it off to Dan is, what's the best part about doing what you do at Phoenix Rizing, man?
For myself, I'll say for myself and then for the client. For myself, it's, I have unlimited potential. I can continue to grow in my business by helping other people. And then on, the other side, I can, service other people, help them, diversify their investments in a really new form of investing that we call automation, where we help someone automate a business that's like investing,
I love that. That's awesome. We lost you just for a second there, but we love the fact that you love to give back, serve, support, help out, and then also help companies scale. Because that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of real estate professionals, they don't understand how to scale their business. They're just kind of like day to day, making their calls, sending their text messages, going to their open house events. They don't understand the difference between working on and in their business and all the complexities. And I love that their services like Liftoff and like these podcasts, Real Estate vs. Tech and Phoenix Rizing, to really be able to shine light on possibilities. So I'm going to go ahead and share. I'm going to go ahead and give the mix up round over to Dan. I'm going to go ahead and change the camera angle. So go ahead, Dan, take it away with the mix up round.
Thanks, Norman. So I just want to get into some of the tech and the automation. I think the first question I have really is, how are you leveraging technology to find and acquire new types of customers that specifically fit your target market?
Yeah. So on the technology side, right? In the actual business, we use a ton of technology to, automate everything from the product research to, order fulfillment, everything is, we automate it as much as possible, try to have as little labor to acquire clients. I mean, one of the things we do is, automate YouTube channels as well. So we're always automating ourselves, reaching out to clients via social media and stuff like that. And we automate that to some extent as well on the business side.
It was kind of a trick question because like sales can be one of those things where like, no matter how much automation, you still have to talk to people, right, to convince them to use your service.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
We got connected.
Yeah, totally. And then in terms of your favorite types of tech right now that you're using to automate, can you give us some examples and platforms, the things that you're using?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So I'm looking just myself to expand into, private labeling and white labeling Amazon FBA, which is not something I'm familiar with at all. I just hired some product, the yearly revenue, and you can really dial in and see find, similar to drop shipping where we put products that aren't available. You can find products that you can actually compete at a wholesale level with this software. So pretty cool.
And then in terms of like marketing and tools that you're using, are you, is there outsourcing the human component or the labor component as well as automation on the tech side?
Yeah, I think we have just under 30 employees. So there's a lot of outsourcing. And then under 30 employees in another country. And then on the technology side, I mean, we would have to have a ton more if we didn't have technology. We have like a lot of product research tools, a lot of like order fulfillment, a lot of tools for sure that help us limit the amount of labor we need.
That's awesome.
Cool. And like, what's the, in terms of tech, like, is there anything that you're super pumped on implementing for 2022 that is going to change your business?
Yeah, I mean, as I'm growing, as my business is growing, before I was just gaining clients from YouTube and interviews and things like this, just looking to get better at marketing, using just normal Facebook ads, Google ads, stuff like that, and, grow my brand that way. I'm learning, still new.
Awesome. Well, Norman, back to you.
Wow. I got to say there's a lot to unpack there, but I have to say, like, first off, I just love the humbleness from you, Jared, because it's like, I got a cool 30 people international. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're working with me on various different things. And it's amazing to see that, like, 5 months in from what you're doing and how you already have this team that you're developing. For the viewers and listeners out there, I got to say DMs work. DMs work because Jared slid into the DMs. That's how we got to talk. And now I got the digits so we could text. No, I'm joking. And same thing with Dan, you know what I'm saying? We know each other because of the DMs as well. And it's amazing what you do with automation, even there on Instagram, to be able to reach out to additional followers, likes, connections. I mean, Liftoff just launched our 99 touch program. Could be a touch program we can give to Phoenix Rizing that can automate. Who knows? I love it. So I have a couple questions for you before we do end out the episode today, and then go ahead and let you take it away with anything you want to leave for our viewers and listeners. And be sure to, anyone who's listening, to go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very much appreciated as we are looking to scale this thing for 2022. So give us like a case study. We love to talk a little bit about case studies and results. So, it doesn't have to be specifically real estate. It could be any first client, second client, whatever, but give us an idea of someone that needed your help. You fulfilled based off of whatever you need to do to help them and outsource and what have you, and what type of multiple or what type of, success case or, could you give us?
Yeah, definitely. So before I did this for other people, the way to scale Facebook is to have more stores, right? If you're not going to do automation, it's just getting your mom's, yours, your sister's, your friends. So what I did was I had a bunch of roommates. We lived in a house. There's like 4 of us. And I was like, hey, I'll pay the bills. I'll do this. I'll do that. They gave me their Facebook accounts, and I used about 6 Facebook accounts that I was selling on the marketplace. But yeah, so one of my roommates' accounts from early on, we've done, in 7 to 8 months, we've done about 80,000 in sales on the marketplace, which isn't even Facebook shops. And, I think it's just I think around 20,000 profit. I think over 20,000. And so that's, it's hard to like just say this without showing you guys, but I do show like the Excel sheets and the numbers on my channel as well. And yeah, those are the numbers, we're able to do. And right now a lot of the sales are going to shop. So that's what we're trying to get the clients on. But you can do some serious sales just from drop shipping items from, we use suppliers such as eBay and Amazon. We're not sourcing crazy suppliers. So this is just retail arbitrage at a very high level.
Wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like for viewers and listeners, you got into doing kind of like the drop shipping, which is like buying an item, reselling the item, never even holding the item. They're held wherever they're held. And then you getting a profit margin to now you're getting into automation. Is that correct? Now you're doing more of the automation side, want to potentially help out with like companies automating and scaling?
Yeah, well, so I'm actually doing it for clients. So like a client might hit me up. They basically buy a store with me, and then I run the store for them, and then there's a profit split there. And that's kind of how it works on the client side.
Nice. That's awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So anyone want to get into drop shipping and want to diversify and have one more stream of revenue, go ahead and hit up Jared at Phoenix Rizing. I love it. So last two questions that I have as far as my side, is there anything new that you're working on or something exciting that you're excited about doing? I think you already talked a little bit about Amazon and kind of going in that direction.
Yeah, that's more for my viewers. I'm always trying to automate businesses, and to automate something like that, you're talking about negotiating with suppliers and that's really, really hard to automate. Possible companies do it, but I'm just always trying to work on different forms of automation. Currently, the project I'm most excited about is called the digital asset automation. And so most of my employees actually work in like crypto gaming, and that's just for my company. I don't actually do that for clients yet. We're trying to figure out how to do that for clients. But basically, if you guys have heard of crypto play to earn, we're basically using labor in third world countries, letting them play these games, use our assets, and then they get to keep 50% of the revenue. And honestly, it's a really, really high return on investment. The question is, you're basically handling security. So I have to form companies or do it through NFT projects. So it's definitely what I'm most excited about at the moment and what I'm working on.
Wow. I absolutely love that. This is almost like a wild card episode, because anyone out there, real estate versus technology, this is like the metaverse. This is like drop shipping. This is like the next steps to what you could do. Because I even saw on Coinbase, you could do exactly what you're saying. You can earn crypto based off of doing various different like items and actions. And I spent some time doing it. It was like laying down for bed. My wife was just kind of messing around. Oh, cool. I got like whatever amount of crypto from whatever different sources, and just let it sit. Who knows what can happen with that? So I absolutely love what you're doing with that. That's super cool and very, very interesting. So, I think that pretty much sums up all my questions. At the end of the day, the last question is more geared towards the real estate side. And this is a little bit more of a different episode, kind of a wild card episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the camera angle. I'm going to put it on you, Jared, and you can go ahead and take it away. And is there anything that you want the viewers and listeners to take primarily from this episode?
Just, know that, since this is a real estate channel, there are so many different ways to make income out there, whether it's through real estate, through investing in the stock market and crypto and stuff like that. So, just keep an open mind, explore options, network with people, because I've learned a bunch just from meeting with you guys already. You guys do a bunch of cool things as well. And I'm sure you guys have learned something as well. So just continue to keep an open mind and learn about all the different ways to invest out there for sure.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Now, I'm not going to tell anyone to get off track here in the real estate space, but if you want to diversify and make some passive income, maybe hit up Jared and you could take that money and reinvest it into Liftoff. No, but man, that was awesome, Jared. I really appreciate your time today on real estate versus technology. I'm glad to be able to kind of mix it up a little bit and do something a little bit spicy, because we haven't had anyone like you on the show before. So thanks so much for being on Real Estate versus Tech, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Love being here.
Yeah, definitely. Dan, thanks so much for being on today. I know it's a little bit of a different episode.
Yeah, appreciate it. Great to meet you.
Yeah, you as well.
And thanks to all our viewers and listeners, as it is our intention for you to take things from our episodes, apply to your business to have more massive success, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Real Estate vs. Technology, this week's brand new episode, and making it to the end, your real one. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for new episodes that come out every single week on Fridays at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also, if you comment on this episode and you like the episode, you'll help this episode get out to more individuals. And if you want to join our Facebook group page, just click a link. It's a Facebook icon on our profile page here on our YouTube channel. join our group page, network with individuals all across the world, and share what technology you're using to grow your business. The next link is to join our Real Estate vs. Technology brand new IG or Instagram page. If you go on any of our stories, you can see who's going to be on Real Estate vs. Technology before it actually goes live on our YouTube channel. And the last link would be if you want to be on an episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. You pick a date and a time. We'll deep dive into your story and technology you're using to share that with other individuals that view our episodes weekly to inspire, enlighten, show up, and show out for people that love to watch these type of podcasts to have more success in their own business. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate it. We will see you on the next one.